なるほど。縁も竹縄なところで悪いけど僕はここでおいとまさせてもらうよ。
は？逃がさねえし。
待て、危なめ。
バイバイ。
Without question, the Red Ranger has been a gem of the winter season. That is non-debatable. But, you know, I always keep it 100 with you guys. We just got done watching episode number 5, and I think out of all 5 episodes, this was definitely the most boring one. Now, don't get me wrong. Even when we have a boring episode of a show, there can still be good things that come of it. Some of the good things that came of this episode, well, some of the things, whether they're good or not, you can decide. Some of the things that came of this episode is, first off, Princess Teltina has a seed herself. The seed that was born within her is a seed that allows her to absorb and eat other seeds. It came because of a strong desire to do what's right by the world and by being able to absorb the seed. So that's kind of her secret power. Second thing is all the mana that she ends up absorbing, she can transfer back to the Holy Sword, which 𝐿𝐿𝐺 is able to use. So that's why they make such a good complementary duo. 3, this episode introduced that there was a Otherworlder at one point, or Otherworlders at some point. And the bad guys have fought them in the past. Now, whether they could or could not return home, 𝐿𝐿𝐺 doesn't know, and neither do they. My suspicion is the fact that our boy 𝐿𝐿𝐺 died in the other world, and he just happened to get transferred to this world, like his soul or whatever, and be reincarnated, but in his current body with his current powers. So that's my guess, but who knows? I guess it remains to be seen. Number 4, it introduced that there is a demon lord, but in this case, a demon queen, because of course there is, and they're the big bads that they're going to be able to fight. And then number 5, we finally got to see the person who took over the sorcery position from Yahira, whatever the hell her name is, 𝐒𝐻𝐻, whatever her name is. Her dad, basically, he was a sorceress before. We got to see the person who took over his position, and it actually ended up being some lady, 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐵. It actually ended up being some lady who is supposed to be bad, but doesn't seem all bad. So we're going to get to learn more about her, as well as her, what does she call it? Like the Tower of Sorcery or something like that. So we're going to get to learn more about that as the next episode comes about. So introduce 5 things. And I guess the secret 6th one, the secret sauce, a little sprinkle on top, is when 𝐿𝐿𝐺 got really mad, his body started emitting some kind of like black aura. So is this some kind of like Isekai specialty, or is he being, how do you say it? Like this world has mana and magic, so is he being influenced by that in some weird way? Because he wasn't able to really go after the smiling guy. So it again, when it comes to these episodes that I personally, just me, you know, for me on a personal level, that I deem boring, it doesn't mean that it is boring and fruitless or boring and it didn't cover anything or tell us anything important. It just means the delivery was less like under par, or like it was not up to par, or it wasn't as enjoyable as an episode could have been while telling us all these things, but that being really fun to watch, you know? And I think overall, this show has been a really fun, funny, silly time. And when it skews to a serious tone, which is the first time it's done it, really, but as it skews and ticks over to serious, it's just not very good. Again, although, like I said, we got a lot out of the episode as far as context and information. So that part, good stuff. But fun, funny, and entertaining. I think it just missed the mark. I would say this one was a 6 out of 10 episode. So yeah. Those are my thoughts on episode number 5. Yeah, episode number 5 of Red Ranger. We'll be back with next week's episode number 6, as they are now in the Sorcerer Tower, and I think we're going to start learning more about Otherworlders, the hero who was an Otherworlder before. He's still the Demon Queen. We'll probably learn more information, but hopefully it skews and pivots back to fun, funny and entertaining. Because that's what makes this a gem of the season. If it skews too much towards serious and it doesn't really nail that delivery, it kind of poo-poos on our fun parade. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. Red Ranger episode 5. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Let me know how much you agree or disagree with me in the comments below. Have a good rest of your weekend, my friends. I'll see you guys next week for episode number 6 of Red Ranger Isekai. Peace.